It has helped tremendously because once being here with Americans for the Arts last year, now it's gotten me in contact through our monthly meetings. I got in contact with California for the Arts, and through California for the Arts, I've gotten down to my local level to the Desert Council of the Arts now, and so now I'm connected locally and finding access to fundings. And there are a couple of programs I want to initiate in my general area, and I'm excited about that. Just through meeting those local connections down at the Desert Council of the Arts, I recently had an opportunity to perform in San Bernardino through one of the connections I just made just a week prior through the Desert Council of the Arts. So it's actually getting me more opportunities and meeting more connections with opportunities and people that want to collaborate more in the future. Last May, I came here to advocate for funding, and the funding was actually approved. And I'm very proud because I've never done anything like that before, going and asking for funding and asking on such a high level. And I'm back here again this year, and hopefully can get even more funding than we did last year. Just being a veteran myself and coming back and going through the struggles I've gone through to readjust back into civilian community, art has been a catalyst for my healing. It's been something that has put me out in front of people and on stages and platforms that I never would have imagined. And just for me personally, through the things I've been through, I go into combat. I've seen the most brutal side of mankind through the military. And just now I'm on a mission to bring kindness and light and speak life into people through art. When I first got out of the military and I was searching, I began my art career in photography. And what I loved about photography was, after recently finding out I suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, one thing about photography was I was living in New York City then at that moment. When I couldn't really deal with people or didn't want to really be around people, I would do street photography, more stand off and just capture things on the street. But those days when I really wanted to interact with people, I would go and do portrait photography where I could be up close and personal and show a lot more of my personality. So art helped me in those ways, because also it just brought me out of my shell again to start talking to people, interacting with people, and that's just one of the benefits. For me with poetry, what I love about it is it just gave me a way to take the power back from my experiences that I had been through. Like, just once you go to war, it never leaves you. And when you're dealing with that with no way to process it, it can be very traumatic. And so what I did with poetry was it allowed me to take words like bomb and war and take the power from them so that they're no longer harming me. And what I love about my poetry is anytime I get to share it with the public, it's just such an amazing thing, because I look out into the audience, all the listeners, and I really see just the impact that my words have on them. And each time I get to share my poetry with an audience, it relieves a little bit of the burden off of me, because the words that I speak are truth and they're my story. And those words aren't just my burden, the things that I went through. This is America's burden, because we were there doing America's business. So now when I get to share my poetry and the audience bears witness to the challenges that I've been through, we all come out with a better understanding of each other. And so I just wish I can advocate and just be passionate more about bringing other veterans into writing poetry, writing their stories, finding a way to just bridge that gap between the military and the civilian communities through art, and share your experiences.